Hello guys, good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. Ang topic natin ay eccentric footing with or without moments based on NSCP 2015. So ang input data natin ay kaparehas lang ng concentric footing. From column, ayan, meron siyang C1, C2, location, tapos, meron din siyang bars, and then sa footing, BLT. Ang difference lang dito, sa eccentric, ang i-input natin ay yung DF minus T, which is, ito yung distance from NGL to top of footing. Dahil yung DF dito, yan yung depth of excavation. Okay, tapos yung T, yan yung thickness. And depth of excavation minus thickness of footing is basically from NGL to top of footing. Ayan na yun. Tapos, rebars, same thing. And then, ang bago dito, yung eccentricities. Distance EX tsaka EY. Ngayon, we will follow the coordinate system kapag positive x is to the right, kapag positive y going up. And then sa loads naman or forces, same thing with the concentric. Merong axial, merong moment, tsaka merong earthquakes. However, dito sa eccentric, tinanggal ko na yung wind. Okay, next. So, tinatanong din kung consider yung 1.4D tsaka 1.7 tsaka orthogonal effects. Same as concentric. And then yung soil up to concrete density, same as concentric yan. Now, let's look at the stress diagram. Okay, so ito yung ilalim ng footing, which is at distance, ang length nito ay yung distance L or dimension L. And then, ang i-consider nating eccentricity dito ay EX, which is ito. Yan yung application ng axial load P. Okay, yung location ng P is nasa distance ng column. Okay? And then, ang kanyang stress diagram would be like this. So, dito sa kanan, ang stress niyan pataas, ang reaction niya pataas. Dito sa kaliwa, ang reaction niya ay pababa. So, parang magro-rotate yan. Okay? So, since meron tayong lever arm na EX, magkakaroon siya ng moment, which is the product of P and EX. And then, ang dimension C is L all over 2. This is half of the L. And then we all know that stress equation is MC all over I. Okay? So, yung M, substitute lang natin tong P times eccentricity tsaka yung C, which is L over 2. And then yung I, that is the moment of inertia. Ngayon, sa moment of inertia, consider natin na rectangular beam. Okay? Ang dimension ng rectangular beam would be etong B. Tapos, yung dimension L, which is BL cube. So, ganito yon. Let's say, ito yung ating rectangular beam. Meron tayong moment at this axis. Okay? X-axis. And then, this rectangular beam, meron siyang dimension na B, tsaka yung height na H. Yung moment, it is at X-axis. Ano? I-relate natin ito dito sa ating footing. Okay? Ngayon, yung dimension B sa rectangular beam is the same as dimension B sa footing. Tapos yung dimension H dito sa rectangular beam is actually dimension L sa footing. Tapos, ang axis of rotation ng beam, which is itong x-axis, ay actually yung y-axis dito sa footing. Okay? Kaya, ang i-consider natin ngayon dito sa footing is yung moment at y-axis. Kaya, my ang kino-consider natin dito. Kaya, going back to rectangular beam, ang moment of inertia sa rectangular beam ay 112 bh cubed. Converting that to our footing would be 112 times bl cubed, which is this. How? Kaya, going back here, yung stress natin would become 12 divided by 2 will become 6, tapos PEX, and then yung L tsaka L magkakancel, so magiging BL squared. So ito ang ating magiging general equation for stress. So going back to this diagram, ang stress natin ngayon, which is, let's say dito, this is at BX, FBX, and DX. Anong ibig sabihin nitong subscript na B tsaka D? Ito yon. So, yung footing natin, meron siyang points. This is point A, this is point B, and then this is point C, and then this is point D. So, ibig sabihin nun, yung stress dito sa point B tsaka point D ay yan yung FBX tsaka FDX. Tapos, yung subscript na X, ang ibig sabihin yan, yung with respect to the direction of eccentricity. And take note na stress at B due to eccentricity X is the same as stress at point D with eccentricity due to X. So in short, this is uniform loaded dito sa line na yan. Ganon din dito, uniformly loaded dito sa line AC, pero magkaiba ang kanilang direction. Pero they are the same based on absolute values. Okay, so FBX is equal to FDX, which is equal to 6 times load times eccentricity all over BL squared. Ngayon, nadagdagan siya ng 6 summation moment Y all over BL squared. So, etong part na yan, this is due to the moment loads. Ito, okay? And then, etong part na ito, due to the eccentricity only. Okay? So, pag pinagsama mo yan, eccentricity plus moment. And then, dito naman sa FAX, or this is at point A tsaka point C, equal yan. Ibig sabihin, yung stress profile mo dito at line AC is uniform. Okay? And, ang equation dito ay negative 6 PEX all over BL squared minus 6 summation moment Y all over BL squared. Ngayon, bakit negative? Okay? Bakit siya negative? Kasi, yung direction ng reaction dito ay pababa. Samantalang dito sa FBX tsaka FDX, yung reaction, ito ay pataas, kaya siya positive. Okay, so in short, sinusundan natin yung coordinate system. So, etong stress na yan, F is based on your eccentricity tsaka moment. And then, ito yung stress ng concentric only. This is simply equal to P all over BL. Ngayon, kung concentric only, ibig sabihin, yung axial load P nag-a-act dito sa sentro, yung stress at A, stress at B, stress at C, and D, they are all the same. So in all sides, AC, CD, DB, and AB, uniformly loaded sila lahat kasi nasa gitna. Kaya kapag ang footing natin ay eccentric, no, ito yung application of load. So meron tayong distance EX, EY, which is ito. And then meron pa tayong additional load na moments, itong moment X. Ito ngayon yung stress niya. And then isali natin yung actual axial load P, idadagdag natin ito. So we will now combine everything. And then take note na at point BD, equal yan, pero at point AC, iba na ang stress niyan. So, we will now combine everything. At point A, it is equal to F, ito, plus FAX, which is this, plus FAY. Now, before going further, saan nakuha itong FAY? Okay, so pupunta tayo ngayon dito naman sa due to eccentricity Y only. So at eccentricity Y, ang direction ng eccentricity ay positive kasi pataas. Pero kapag ang EY mo nasa ilalim, it is negative. So ang assumption natin, ito. Ngayon, ang dimension na kino-consider natin ngayon dito ay B naman. Okay? So ang ating dimension C is now B all over 2. Kasi ito yon. Tapos, ang moment natin ay P multiplied by EY. So, we will apply the same equation, MC all over I. So, ang stress ngayon would be 6 times P times eccentricity Y divided by LB squared. Kanina, dito sa eccentricity X, it is BL squared. Ngayon, dito sa eccentricity Y, it now becomes LB squared. So, ang magkaparehas na stress ngayon is at point A tsaka point B. With respect to eccentricity Y only, yung stress diagram at A to B is uniform. Okay? With respect to EY only. Ganon din dito sa CD, uniform load yan. Okay? Pero opposite direction. So, FC is equal to F at point D, which is ito, FCY tsaka FDY. Again, yung subscript na C tsaka D, yan yung mga corners, tapos yung Y, that is with respect to eccentricity at Y. Kaya, FAY is equal to FBY is equal to 6P eccentricity Y divided by LB squared. And then, isali na natin yung moment loads. Ngayon, bakit moment at X? Take note na ang eccentricity natin ay Y. Okay? Kaya, etong blue line na yan, yan ang ating axis of rotation at ito yung moment natin. Ngayon, ano itong moment na yan? Siyempre, it is moment at x-axis since ito yung ating moment, axis of rotation. Kaya ang i-consider natin ay summation moment x, which is ito. Yan. Okay, kanina moments at y. Ngayon, dito na tayo sa moments at x-axis. So, ito siya. Okay, so dito tayo sa FA y equal to FBY, and then mapapansin nyo na itong part na yan ay positive Kasi yung stresses nandito sa positive upper axis. Okay? And then CY tsaka DY dito sa baba, this is negative kasi nandun siya sa baba. And then incorporate na natin yung moment. This is minus 6 summation mx all over LB squared. Dito sa FCY is equal to FDY plus 6 summation moment x all over LB squared. So, this is due to EY, eccentricity Y only. And then, balik na tayo dito. So, we will now combine everything. So, dito tayo ngayon at point A. Okay? So, ilang forces ngayon kung i-combine natin lahat-lahat? So, unang-una, meron tayong axial load, P only. So, which is F, ayan. Tapos, meron tayong due to moments. Ngayon, yung due to moments na yan, pinagsama na yung eccentricity tsaka yung moments. Kasi, dito sa eccentricity, meron ka ng moment. Kasi 6 ay yung P times EX. Tapos, idagdag mo pa yung moment loads. Okay? Ngayon, yan yung FAX tsaka FAY. Take note, at point A, dalawa ang eccentricity mo, so meron kang X tsaka yung Y. So, balik na tayo dito sa point A. So, meron tayong F, which is equal to P all over BL. Tapos, yung FAX, eto siya, which is minus 6 PEX all over BL squared. Eto yon. And then, eto, yung dito pa rin tayo kay FAX, ano? Minus 6 summation moment Y all over BL squared. Saan napunta ito? Ayun, ito yun. Okay? Next, punta tayo ngayon kay FAY. So, si FAY, ito naman ang i-incorporate natin. So, 6 PEY all over LB squared. Saan na siya napunta? Take note, this is positive. Ito yun. Tapos, itong minus 6 summation moment x all over LB squared, saan napunta yun? Ito siya. Okay? So, pinagsama-sama na natin yan. Ngayon, punta tayo kay FC. Okay, so let's take FC. So, sa general equation ni FC is now equal to, dito tayo sa this point, meron tayong due to axial only. Ito, take note that FC is equal to P all over BL. Ito yon. Next, punta tayo kay FCX. Ang FCX, ito, yung equations na yan. So, meron tayong negative 6 PEX all over BEL squared. Take note, negative yan. Kaya, ito siya. And then next, etong negative 6 summation moment Y all over BL squared. Eto siya. Okay, take note, this is negative, kaya negative din yon. Next, punta na tayo ngayon dito kay FCY. So, itong kukunin natin. So, ipasok natin tong minus 6 PEY all over LB squared, which is ito, okay? Ayun o, minus. So, ayan na. Next, itong positive 6 summation moment x all over LB squared. This is positive. Ito yon. Okay? Yan. Positive 6 summation moment x all over LB squared. So, that's how I got this equation. So, same thing applies to stress at B and stress at D. So, ito ngayon yung general equation natin sa magiging 3-dimensional stress diagram natin. Ang papalitan mo lang dito is yung direction ng eccentricities. For example, yung eccentricity x nandito sa bandang kanan, so positive yan. Okay? Positive yan. Pero kung yung eccentricity mo na eccentricity nandito sa bandang kaliwa, ito magiging negative EX. So negative times negative, magiging positive yung buong equation na yan. Ganun lang. Okay? So i-maintain mo tong mga signs na yan, pero i-consider mo yung direction ng eccentricity. So same thing applies to eccentricity y. Kapag ang y mo nasa ilalim, magiging negative ito. So negative times negative, magiging positive yan. Okay? Ang challenge dito ngayon ay yung direction ng moments. Considering, paano nga ba ang direction ng moment? Paano kung ang moment mo ay positive moment, tapos meron tayong negative moment? I-consider natin dyan yung axis of rotation, tsaka direction of rotation, and then, ang basis natin dyan would be the right hand rule. Okay guys?